Hi everyone, welcome to Capitol Report. I'm Charlene Briner, and we are talking today with Representative Phil Sterner of Rosemount, and you also represent part of Apple Valley.
Yes.
Thanks for dropping in to chat with us today.
We're great. Thanks for having me here today.
We're glad to have you here, and I always like to talk to representatives during these shorter segments about what they're doing in terms of constituent service, what might be happening in the Capitol in terms of who you're having contact with. I know a couple of things. We're taping this the third week in April, about a month of the session left. You had some special guests in the House floor today. Tell us about that.
Yes, well, we had a couple of guests. We had Ron Jacobson and also one of the other board members, Don Belfield, were there, and they're representing ColdwaterAwareness.com.
And what is Coldwater Awareness?
Well, ColdwaterAwareness.com is an organization that was started when Ron Jacobson's grandson passed away in April 2004 when he was swam in a lake by his home and with the cold weather went into shock and it caused him to drown.
And so they were here at the floor today for what reason?
Well, to be recognized, because this Saturday, April 24th, is Cold Water Awareness Day, and they're also having to participate on April 22nd, Earth Day at the Minnesota Zoo as well.
And I know that Mr. Jacobson is a constituent of yours, so that is how you learned about this issue?
Yes, it's the sixth year that that Mr. Jacobson and his wife have had this event, and they have the governor Plenty's done a proclamation for 6 years, and it started with my predecessor, Representative Dennis Osment, and I've worked on it the last 2 years, but then Representative Osment and the governor worked on those the 4 years before that, so now the governor's issued a proclamation for the second year since I've been in office.
Well, thanks for telling us about that, and I know that there is also an upcoming public service announcement or a show about this
Yeah, on
coming
Channel
up.
45 at 11 o'clock this Saturday, there'll be a show that the Department of Natural Resources will be putting on that will show some of that awareness, and they're trying to get at young people too with it, making sure you wear the life jacket and be very conscious about the cold water as you go, because sometimes even though the days look nice with the weather being nice, the water can still be cold and very dangerous.
That's a sad story, but it's also kind of an inspiring story as well to see people try to make something out of a tragic situation. So I'm sure that they appreciated your help and raising awareness of that issue today. I want to talk to you too, Representative Sterner. Another bill passed the House floor today, and again, it's the third week in April. Complete streets, and I know that's something that you worked on when you were on the City Council in Rosemount, and actually Rosemount's one of the cities that has taken the lead, and now it's going to be available to other communities in the state. Tell us what a complete streets plan is.
Well, the complete streets, and as you know, I was on Park and Rec for 6 years before being on City Council, but what it is trying to do a design build where everyone is using the same standard for streets, and the street isn't just defined for cars, it's also for trails and wheelability of whether you're in a stroller or a wheelchair and such. And so we don't have to really create the road design, whether you're a county or a city, and such that everyone has the same standard. And the local governments don't have to adopt everything on it, but they can pick and choose what they want to use for what's in best interest for their city, but the standard will be the same, so it'll be a lower cost where we don't have to re-engineer it for every project, and then it'll be uniformity between communities as well.
So it sounds like just a smart way to do some long-range planning to make streets accessible. Is that basically what we're talking about?
That's correct, and it's also looking at more about transportation for all. That we have so many different ways you can reach transportation, whether it's walking or ride your bike, etc. And it's trying to make that uniformity for both safety and access for all as we travel from one spot to another, whether even down to a sidewalk level, getting to the grocery store and such.
And that's got to be, I know that it's not a mandate, so it's important to say that communities have the option to do this, but I know it must be pretty satisfying to see something that you worked on a local level in City Council and Park and Rec, and then bring it to the state legislature, and as an author of the bill, that's got to be pretty satisfying to you.
It is. I think it's a great bill, and I'm excited that it's passed today.
Well, congratulations on that, Representative. And as usual, our couple of minutes always go too quickly. I'm going to ask you to drop by again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Capitol Report. I'm Charlene Briner with Representative Phil Sterner, and we'll see you next time.